Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We're going to be in the Starfinder core rulebook for this video. We are looking at these spells. Right now we're on the Mystic spell list. We're looking at first level spells. This will be part 3. Part 1 covered the first 5 spells, part 2 covered the next 6 spells, and part 3 should cover the final 6 spells. We start with Mind Thrust, Mystic Cure, Reflecting Armor, Remove Condition, Lesser, Share Language, and Wisp Ally. So let's look at Mind Thrust and see what it does. Standard action to cast. Range is close, 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels. Target 1 creature. Duration instantaneous. Saving throws will half. Spell resistance, yes. You divine the most vulnerable portion of your opponent's mind and overload it with a glut of psychic information. The target can attempt a will saving throw to halve the damage dealt by this spell. This spell has no effect on creatures without an intelligence score. First, when you cast Mind Thrust as a first level spell, it does 2d10 damage to the target. Second, when you cast Mind Thrust as a second level spell, it does 4d10 to the target. Third, when you cast Mind Thrust as a third level spell, it deals 7d10 to the target. Fourth, when you cast Mind Thrust as a fourth level spell, it does 10d10 damage to the target, and the target is fatigued for 1 round if it fails its saving throw. Fifth level, when you cast Mind Thrust as a fifth level spell, it deals 15d10 damage to the target. The target is exhausted for 1 round as if it fails its save, and it is fatigued for 1 round even if it succeeds its save. Sixth level, when you cast Mind Thrust as a 6th level spell, it deals 17d10 damage to the target. The target is exhausted and stunned for 1 round if it fails its save, and it is fatigued for 1 round if it succeeds at its saving throw. So the way that bumps up in damage, that would be a good spell to take, especially if you don't get a whole lot of spells for the spellcasting classes. I'd have to go back and relook at them. It's been probably half a year since I've looked at those classes. So that was Mind Thrust. Mystic Cure. There it is. Casting time is standard action, range touch, 1 living creature, instantaneous duration, will half, spell resistance, yes. With a touch, you heal an individual and invigorate your target, restoring a number of hit points. If the target regains all of its hit points as a result of the healing, you can apply the remaining healing to yourself, as long as you are a living creature. On the other hand, if it isn't enough to restore all the target's HP, you can transfer any number of your own hit points to the target, healing the target that amount. You can't transfer more hit points than you have or more hit points than the target is missing. And then it gives you how much it heals by level. First level spell is a d8 plus wisdom modifier. Second level is 3d8 plus wisdom. Third level is 5d8 plus wisdom. Fourth level, 7d8 plus wisdom. Fifth level, 9d8 plus wisdom. Sixth level, 11d8 plus wisdom. In addition, unlike most healing when you cast Mystic Cure as a spell of 4th level or higher, you have 2 options to enhance its effect. The first option is to restore an extra 5d8 hit points with a 4th level Mystic Cure spell, an extra 7d8 hit points with a 5th level Mystic Cure spell, or an extra 9d8 hit points with a 6th level Mystic Cure spell. The second option is to bring the target that died within 2 rounds back to life. In addition to healing such a creature, the spell returns the target to life, and the target takes temporary negative level for 24 hours. This spell can't resuscitate creatures slain by death effects, creatures turned into undead, or creatures whose bodies were destroyed, significantly mutilated, disintegrated, and so on. Casting this spell does not provoke an attack of opportunity. So we're looking at Reflecting Armor next. Casting time, 1 standard action, range personal. Duration, 10 minutes per level or until dismissed. You create a shimmering skin-like coating of mystical force that covers your body, allowing you to reflect damage you take back against your attacker. At any time during this spell's duration, when you take hit point damage from an attack made with a weapon by a foe within 100 feet, you can choose to dismiss the spell as a reaction. If you do, the armor crackles with energy as it disappears, arcing through the air to strike the attacking creature, which takes an amount of force damage equal to the damage dealt to you at the time the spell was dismissed. Maximum 10. The target can attempt a reflex save for half damage. That's pretty cool. I wouldn't say that's really great, but out of all the options so far out of the first level spells, it's pretty good. Lesser remove condition. One standard action, range touch, 1 creature, instantaneous, fortitude negates, harmless, spell resistance, yes. You remove any one of the following conditions affecting the target: shaken, sickened, or staggered. If the condition is the result of a disease or another ongoing effect, the spell removes the condition but does not cure the disease or ongoing effect, and the target can regain the condition from that effect as normal, potentially immediately. Lesser remove condition also doesn't cure or remove other damage or conditions the target is suffering from any source, even the same source that caused the remove condition. Since this spell's duration is instantaneous, it does not prevent the target from gaining the condition again. Casting this spell doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. So it doesn't seem like that one's great, but if you're suffering a lot of condition effects over a course of a few fights, then that spell could be useful for your group. Share language. Standard action to cast, touch, 1 creature, 24 hours, will negates, spell resistance, yes. For 24 hours, the target can read, understand, and communicate to the best of its ability in up to 3 languages that you already know. This doesn't change the physical nature of the creature. So if it lacks means to speak, it cannot talk, or its attitude towards you. It does, however, allow intelligent creatures that normally have no language to understand and communicate in a languages granted by this spell. So that's cool as far as being able to talk with things that you couldn't communicate with before, as long as they have a means to communicate. Wisp Ally. This will be the last spell for this spell level. Casting time, 1 standard action, range close, 25 feet plus 5 feet per 2 levels. Effect, 1 distracting glowing servant. Duration, 1 round per level. Saving throw 9, spell resistance no. You draw forth an otherworldly energy to create a small, spherical, floating wisp that can distract your enemies in combat. This wisp can move 60 feet per round in any direction. You can direct it as a move action on your turn. If the wisp occupies the same space as an enemy, the wisp provides your choice of either harrying fire or covering fire against the enemy each round on your turn, and it follows that enemy within range automatically unless you direct it to change targets. The wisp is made of pure light and energy and can't be damaged in combat, though it can be dispelled as normal. In addition to the function described above, the wisp sheds light in a 20-foot radius in a color of your choice, chosen when you cast the spell. So that's cool that you summon just this kind of will-o-wisp. So that's just entertaining from my D&D history. Let me know what spells you enjoyed out of this in the comments below. Until we all game again, guys.